the enemy, the past. It threatens the fastest weapon. You wouldn't make it past a second, and that's the question. Play it brash and reckless, or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any sepulcher, pulchritude will become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No mountain too steep or dungeon too deep to send expended remarks up to the top of the peak or beneath. They see you bleed, they come like sharks to it, while I swim in that money bin like Karl Barks drew it. So send your national parks druid, I'll send them home in a natural box with a closed top and most of the parts included. Save your breath for a cleric confessor. Death is a lesson and life is a tenured professor. But if you're seeking my official advice, sign on the dotted line, initial it twice.
And
go, Jerry, go.
Point, go. Great work, everybody.
Hello, at long last, it is I, Tycho Brahe of Interrogating PAX. I'm also a Minifus Herewardron, CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated. But today, I'm Jerry Holkins, and I'm going to run a game of Dungeons & Dragons for my friends, specifically to my right,
best friend,
Dragonborn narcissist, Dinar Blitzen.
Real high energy today.
Yeah, exactly. To the right of my right, repping the natural world.
What do you want?
Walnut Dawn Grass.
What do you want? What do you people want from me?
Dude, that would be shirt of the year. Just like walnut, just doves on you. What do you want from me? Left, first left. Not your grandma's grandma, except for those rare. She's got it prepped. Except for those rare cases where she is your grandma's grandma, Rosie B. Stinger.
Yay!
Whoa!
Yeah, no, we're talking, what we're positing here on the C team is a non-Euclidean dick. Think about it.
What?
Don't think about it.
That's what the C stands for.
You can't.
Yeah.
Contorted the language itself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
The idea of a C.
we've perturbed the language. To the left of my left.
To the left, to the left.
It's gonna be like this the whole time, isn't it?
Sorry.
Yes, sorry.
Emerging as though from a mist shroud. Cthulhu
Yeah,
Drow.
look, one for you. You can have it. For you.
All right, now,
Wow.
friends,
Generous.
Shadow Council, Mayor Livers, please you, we are going to jump right into it. If you recall from last week, our heroes, by which I mean the players at this table, entered into the very gullet of the creature, the entity that Cthulhu derives his powers from. Now, only two of you have ever been in here and beheld this thing. This is a brand new, I mean, this day started out surreal, I would say, for Dinar and Rosie, and I would say that it has maintained that trajectory. So you move from a sort of silvery, misty, perpetually sunset sort of infinite void, tinged with silver, and now you are inside of what appears to be an amethyst octagon. And as I suggested before, half of you have been here and half of you haven't. The first thing that you noted, just to catch us up from last week, is that there are columns at each of the sort of vertices, is that the right word? Inside this octagon, which sort of tapers down from the top. And stuck inside those are entities of various kinds, but encased in a kind of crystal lozenge, for lack of a better term. There is a sort of amethyst coffin that surrounds Oak Truestrike, and just like the divine entities that this thing routinely captures, his vessel contains a symbol upon it that identifies itself. That is apparently an important part of this process, because it's universal. It's executed in virtually every instance of this thing's capture.
Right. Last time we were here, I had my physical eyes ripped out
That did happen.
by my buddy, by my tentacle familiar.
There was gnawing, and you were able to see things that were not purely physical in this space.
And I decided I liked it.
Indeed,
I'm just gonna hang out with it.
you stuck with it.
Yeah.
I got impaled.
You got impaled, and then you turned into a tree,
A really nice tree. Yeah.
and you
The
broke.
best tree.
You broke one of the columns,
That's true.
and you freed Maleth.
Tried to.
Is the
Tried
column
to.
still broken, or has it been repaired?
You are welcome to explore the space, just like in an HGTV, like a surreal. Imagine a dark HGTV.
Okay.
Let's
Just
flip.
the regular
Let's
one.
flip this.
Wow. Which property brother is in which column?
Dude, can you imagine? They just come in. They start talking about the open floor plan.
Great
A
room.
really open
Yeah,
concept.
yeah.
I don't watch TV.
It's got good flow.
They're gonna bring a young couple in here.
Yeah.
Oh, this could be our first sepulcher.
No, and they're imprisoned. Okay, they're stuck. Yeah. First thing, we all want to look and see if that column
Anyone
is still
having a brood?
or still damaged.
Do I notice that these two don't seem to be surprised that we're here?
It's possible.
you guys
If you
are-
give me an insight,
I
Sure.
would
I would love to give you
you
an
are
insight.
pretty.
I feel like we're surprised that it brought us here, but
Okay.
we're not like shocked by
Yeah.
this
Okay.
room.
In horror.
Okay.
I'm wringing my phantom pains.
Yeah.
Pretty good
Yeah.
from the hand.
from the hand.
Okay.
Yeah, did you ever give us a...
No.
You guys haven't explained
You didn't
any
explain
of
it
this.
after...
Well, if you guys are in shock, then I maybe haven't noticed that there's anything unusual happening.
Well, exactly. This is my thinking. It's like your grandma powers via
Yeah.
insight would allow you to derive good, solid info from your friends.
But it won't. It's an 8.
Well, I want to perceive. Just going to perception check, just get a lay of the land.
Oh, on the area.
On just the area. I don't see shit. That's a 3.
No.
That's a 3 for the viewers
The
at home.
best part is a 3, but the best part is that for Dinar, this would be like he'd just be like, it's not going to be that much different for him.
From yeah,
Like,
what
no
would a
matter-
20 have been
no
either?
matter
He'd have been
what,
like, what?
no matter what he rolls, he always feels like he actually understands it to the maximum degree
Oh,
possible.
yeah.
That's true.
You're just like, well.
It's a 3, 6, yep, okay.
Yep. This looks about
A lot
right.
of red.
It's all amethyst, right? So we're surrounded by purple.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of red.
A lot of red, like
Red,
you
like
said.
I said.
You blind?
Okay. What is this place? And I'm not asking you guys in particular. This is more of a rhetorical question because I assume none of us have been here before.
Oh, I know this place
What do you mean?
real good. This is where I lost my these. It's my eyes.
You lost them?
I have to like remove that cadence. They were ripped out. I don't know if you remember that, but
Oh no, I remember the aftermath of that, but I didn't realize it happened.
oh, it happened here. Yes, this is the place where the god of mouths seems to occupy and imprison things that are cared about. One of whom, if whom applies, happens to be the god I follow. Brought me here.
Okay. Is your god imprisoned here too?
Yeah,
Oh,
he is.
okay.
But he spoke to it spoke to me once and told me not to free it. And I listened, and maybe we're here to finish the job.
Okay.
I freed my god. Just want to put that out there.
You've been here too.
Yes.
How many gods are in this
One
place?
trip. One time. We were here.
Maleth is not free.
Mm.
Oh, and I see that. So
do.
I say that,
You
and then
say
I go,
that.
"She was right over."
Exactly.
Oh, what?
And so this entire place, as described, is basically like almost the inverse of something you would put in a jewel setting, right? It's all faceted. You're basically like, imagine that you're inside of a gem that you would put into a ring, right? And so when you look over, basically it's all flawless. Like the prison itself is just perfect facets everywhere, except for the approach to the prison of Maleth. And so there are deep gouges. I mean, all the way back to this aperture, you were able to row the boat to and emerge up inside this cavity inside of it. But you can see there are deep ridges scratched into and out. I mean, you can tell in an instant what these processes are, what created them. Like, you know, in a moment, there's no less than 5 different types of claws. Like, every instrument, every implement that was available to Maliki, or for our friends at home, Mayalika, right? Every natural and divine instrument that was available to her was put to task on this thing.
She's not here, is she?
No.
Okay.
But occasionally you can see a thorn sticking out, just like lodged in the crystal inside here, and you can see that there was a substantial attempt to break through and cut through the front of it, and you can see that there was what appears to be a second attempt to take the entire prison and get around behind it and take the entire thing out.
Wow.
But some process intervened.
It's like stealing a whole ATM.
Exactly.
Like, you're just
What did
running
go
there.
wrong?
Yeah.
We're gonna get all 8 this time. Just round them up.
These gouges were not here the last time that these two
That's
were
correct.
here. Okay.
Not that they recall.
So she's been re-imprisoned.
Maybe she never got all the way out.
We did leave
Yeah,
prematurely.
Oh.
but now
That's something for
Maliki
you to
has
regret.
been. At least she knows where she is and has been trying to get her out.
That's true.
Yeah,
Unsuccessfully.
yeah.
I'm very preoccupied with this.
Can I do a perception check to see if the floor is safe to walk on? Even
Yeah.
though they probably know that. But
Of course.
I would-
Yeah, but you've never been here before.
That's a 20.
Okay, so when you are, when you pulled yourself up from your vessel below, you got a sense that whatever this structure was, because space and orientation they're not set
Sure.
in this place. This is a bizarre, abstract place. Even then, this thing doesn't appear to have full control. It's not maintaining any kind of static position in space. It seems to be turning slightly and tilting, and it's not. It isn't perfecting its gravity internally. So it's sort of like it's tilting a little bit now to one side, but it's sort of like bobbing almost like a cork in this abstract plane.
Do I feel like I can walk on it?
You can walk on it, but
Okay.
honestly, it recalls a ship,
Okay.
a very slowly rocking ship.
Okay. So it's unsteady, but it does have a source of gravity that will allow me to walk. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it's definitely odd.
Okay.
You need to be conscious of it, but
All right. So I will leave the boat and walk with some amount of uncertainty at first, but then more as I get my sea legs, so to speak. And I'm going to go examine Oak's prison with a great deal of trepidation.
yeah, absolutely. Oak does not appear. The sheath of mineral that surrounds him is not substantial. You can see around the rest of this strange vessel, the columns at each of these vertices that are holding these potent divine entities. Those are very robust. They are massive in scale. This is much more like you would think of as a coffin, or it's a very, very small thing, but it is translucent enough to see him trapped inside.
Is the Malith one also that thick?
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is very, very dense in the front. You can see through them,
Right.
but there's no comparing the amount of just pure volume of material between what it perceives is sufficient to contain Oak True Strike,
Right.
and what is sufficient to contain an entity like Malith. But as I suggested before, this place is utterly surrounded by entities that are encased.
Okay.
This is a kind of divine museum, in a way.
Why
How-
would Oak be here?
How many, roughly? I'm just curious.
There appear to be 8
8 others,
it's basically like I say, it is an octagon,
including
right?
Yeah.
including Oak and
No,
Maleth.
not including Oak,
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Okay.
But including Maleth.
including Maleth. Yes,
And they're all Maleth-sized maximum security pillars.
Yeah.
Okay.
they are.
And they're all full.
Exactly. Yeah, there's if there was a vacancy sign out, it would be off. It would the no
would be lit up.
would be on as
Got it.
well.
Okay.
But no, but as you can see it, there is one point of distinction between Oak True Strike's prison and the ones that have been instantiated around, and that is incredible Wi-Fi. We're talking,
nice.
5 bars.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Gigabit.
Sick signal.
WPA2. So it's
Wow.
Secure.
God damn it.
Wow.
okay.
What's the password?
It's that bad. No, is that it appears to be leaching something out.
Oak's coffin is? Oh, so this entity is like draining him of something?
That is a legitimate interpretation of what is happening.
Okay.
I mean, it would require some real specific know-how to
Sure.
assess like what exactly is happening.
Okay.
But you can see something. Imagine like you shine a flashlight through your skin and you can see that pattern. It looks like that, except it is coming out, forking and branching through sort of the substrate of this geometric entity.
I want to also step out of the boat, and before I walk over to the oak column, I'm going to attempt to use Awaken Mind. If I'm going to first locate the symbol on one of these columns.
Absolutely.
Am I able to?
Absolutely. It is plain to you.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to reach out and see if I can communicate.
Absolutely.
Let's see. So the last time I
Yeah.
didn't make an attempt to talk to it. It talked to me.
That's right. And so when you reach out with your mind, you get a response, but you get the impression that it is being lensed or I think the term is perturbated.
It's like muffled in a way.
Yeah.
It's been altered.
Exactly. So you know that it is communicating. You know that information is coming through, but this is what you receive.
Ooh.
Obviously.
Oh, feel free to put it in the dice tray.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Right side up.
Uh-oh.
And I assume that's the way up. Ooh, I caught it.
Yeah, nice.
Sex. Nice.
You solved it already.
I proceed to populate with the column.
No, so the information comes through, and you know that is not. You know that the does not communicate in this way. That it is being lensed or perturbated again, like
Does it
fucked with.
Does it feel like it's not of its own making? In other words, like,
Yes.
do I feel that it's not like speaking to me in a code? It's like I've lost all the upper frequencies. Like I can hear it through the wall, and then I can't make it out. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because anything, how the would speak to you in words of comfort, or if the was trying to comfort Cthulhu, it would communicate something like, well, there exists light, and light moves in such a way that we can be certain
Right.
of its behavior.
Need my proofs first.
Yeah, exactly. Then that's how it does it. It does not communicate in ciphers. It doesn't do anything like that. But again, this is an incredible opportunity. I mean, you're adorned with this creature's sigil.
Yeah, I'm nauseated by this. Like this is the opposite of what I know this
It
god
looks
to
like
be
a
like.
migraine written down in words.
Yeah. I am going to approach with my arcane focus. And what's the scale difference here in my perception of the symbol on the crystal versus the one that I hold?
But just in terms of like how large,
Yeah. I want to know how it's represented on the...
it is exactly the same.
in size as well?
Well, it's just basic. It's like a vector. It's like you can stretch it in any direction, and it retains its essential character.
No, boy, this is tough.
Those symbols exist on each one of these columns, and they're all legible. I mean, every one of these columns is legible to you.
This is a new Cthulhu of sorts, a rebirth of some kind, maybe, or at least a metaphorical one.
Yeah.
So instead of ignoring everybody, I'm going to turn to you and say, I need to know what we want to do about Oak first, because if I approach with my focus and things start to happen, you are all dead to me. Maybe let's take care of what we came here to do first.
Love you too, buddy.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't mean it with any, harm in my heart. You know that. I just will not care about what happens to this disgusting thing, Oak, True Strike. I'm not interested in his plight, his actions, freeing him. What does that mean? The nuts from before, believe it or not, become meaningless.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
Before my God that is trapped here. So, should we tend to Oak first?
Only to get him out of the way.
I have a text message
What about
From who?
from Patrick Rothfuss.
Grah!
He says that right now, Rosie senses that Drebus is desperately trying to figure out how to vape a piece of bacon. Sorry, back to this cool story.
It could be the key to our
That's the key.
problems.
That's what we needed. Put that in the cipher and see what we get.
Vape. Yes,
Oh, that's it.
Vape
out.
of bacon.
it's trivial.
So I look at you and I'm stepping out of the boat and everything and motion to Milith and I go, I don't know if we actually hold any power here. It seems that, what we thought we did was undone.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can easily free Oak and then recapture him better than we did before. To what end? But I think maybe this is a little beyond us. And I just want to set your expectations. I know you're excited.
Like trembling. I'm upset that there's truth here to this.
Rosie still has her bracelet.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
she knows that, if you get out of hand, we'll contain
Yeah.
you.
Well, how are you feeling?
Your
how,
sex
how is
bracelet?
Walnut
My
feeling
sex bracelet.
about Malith being there?
Awful.
Okay.
Like just powerless. Walnut's obviously just very preoccupied with the fact that Malith is here and still trapped, and that she couldn't do right like she thought she did, and that this entire time she was, kind of sitting pretty and feeling really, good about what she'd
I
done.
rescued my god.
Right.
Wait.
Hashtag.
But I remember that one of the things that my God communicated to me was free Malith first, which is why we tried. And I assumed that it had worked. It did not work. Does that continue to be the thing that we need to do?
Did he say anything to you this time?
I can't communicate with it. I got something scrambled back.
What are the other gods? What do we
It's being
see?
prevented from communicating
Yeah.
with
So
it.
do you want to
Observe them.
So I mean, you should definitely go to the front desk or the concierge section.
Yeah.
Get the audio tour.
Yeah, no, totally. I do that.
Pop them on.
Mm-hmm.
Start moving around. Explore the space.
Yeah.
You can't read the symbols that are on there.
What do I see things in?
Absolutely. Yeah. You see all manner of creature.
Where is Malith in relation to the god?
Malith is so it goes around. Malith is one away.
From the god?
Yeah, exactly. There is a god between the and
And Malith.
Malith.
Got it.
Can I try and talk to Malith? At least just try.
Yeah. You get it. This is why we're here, Walnut.
This is prime
This
God
is what we're
talking
supposed
time.
to do. Yeah. This is it's like anytime minutes. You know what I mean?
These are my anytime. These are my anytizers.
They roll over.
They roll over. So I want to walk up to the prison where Malith is, and again, put my hand on it and just say, I'm sorry. What can I do? What could I possibly do? And see if I get anything from that. Anything?
Yeah, absolutely. So she is sort of enmeshed in clouds and violet vapor. But the hand comes out, and when you saw her before, she was in active torment.
Yeah.
The hand comes out and is gentle and holds itself. It's gross. Never. No. No.
It looks so gentle.
gentle.
Yeah.
Exactly. You put your hand out there, and this hand comes out as well. And when it does,
Whoop.
Ooh.
and you get the sense, you get the sense that she wants. Yeah, it's like a fortune teller.
Yeah, it just shoots it out like a little ticker. Like
you get the sense that she has messages for your friends also.
I sense that.
You sense that
Okay.
she wants to talk to others through you.
So I'm over here and I go, Milith wants to talk to all of you over here.
I say no more. Then I walk over and just put my hands on your head. Shh, yeah, shh. What is it?
And I go, okay, he's here.
Instantly.
Kiss me.
Kiss me beneath the moon.
Yep, I would put that in there.
Cast
Yeah.
a Milky Twilight.
All right. The Wookiee Twilight.
Milky, of course.
Oh yeah, this is your theory.
Pretty much.
Are you over there?
He's decoding this shit already.
They're off.
Cracking
I
the
mean,
code?
they're off by the same amount, so I
Oh,
think
nice,
I'm right.
nice.
So you heard
okay.
So he heard something?
Yeah, absolutely.
that.
He heard
Okay.
a separate chunk.
So
Exclamation
I'm over
point.
here with Dinar's hands over my eyes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Just like mushing, like.
Rosie, get over here.
All right. I'll hop up on your back and also put my hands on your head.
Get to work, nurse.
Just like
Get to work.
Yeah, I know. right?
fingers in your mouth. Just like.
Yeah.
Cthulhu.
Yes. Yes.
I should have known.
I'm obviously in
I'm
concentration.
gonna use your cipher here.
I mean, you could tell in the game also that I'm thinking.
And I go,
You should
Chris.
know. Yes.
come here.
My Leaky, yes. My queen.
I go, she has something to say to you.
I bow deeply, like in a supplicative way.
And I just sigh and then I touch him so that
Yeah.
he can hear.
Give me a strand.
Yeah, you want to put it in here?
Sure.
What do you got so far? Looking at this already, WKH is used a lot. I feel like
Yeah, we
that's
have a
the-
W.
The
We have,
the-
well, we have
here's
EXW quite a bit as
here's
well.
the it's a rot 4, I think.
Yeah, but this does not match this.
Ah,
Why would it?
what do you mean it doesn't match that?
Well, so EXW using your code is HAZ.
Oh, sure. Oh, I see. So maybe everybody's got a different one.
TUZ.
Yeah, or it could be like a lolcat thing. It could be like a cheeseburger thing. It could be like, can has.
Let's try it. We don't know how it communicates.
Is it mean?
This is
Here.
new
Oh
territory
god, it's
for
telling me to eat a
everybody.
Tide Pod.
I really want to stop what we're doing and solve this.
Here,
However,
no, you do not. You are
Oh,
not
I'm-
obligated to solve this in real time.
Well, too
It's
bad,
happening.
because I'm gonna.
I think Cthulhu
You
is
shouldn't
going
have given it to.
You shouldn't have.
Well, I think it makes sense that I think Cthulhu would.
oh no, honestly, dude,
You have
you've created a
several
character
EXWs as
where
well.
doing what you want to do is like totally okay.
But then they also the idea that Dinar is like, I could do it.
yes.
You do. You
I love that too.
you have several WK.
I want to go over.
But no,
and-
you can role play. Listen, we can
You
just
role
play,
play.
Amy.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, I'm
you
fine.
and Amy have a good time. All
right.
Give me a puzzle. I'm gonna solve a puzzle.
It is. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I want to
Sorry,
go over
viewers.
to Oak now,
Yeah.
and I want to just gauge. Do I think that I have the strength in some form to get through this?
You could try.
Can I?
It would be completely legitimate for you
Hey,
to do that.
Dinar, will you put your things back in the dice tray so that people at home can work on the code if they want? Because the rest of us.
For fun.
Yeah, okay.
For the kids.
For America's youth.
Can I? Can I roll to get a better sense, maybe, of like?
How do you want to approach it? Because I'm ready to
I'm
I am
thinking
ready
if
to
I-
play this however you want.
I'm thinking if I do a
That's clever
survival
thought.
check on it, that maybe I would know.
Something else.
Maybe I would know what to use here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for it. Oof, a 15.
15.
a
So
lot of Ws.
you are pretty clear looking at
Because of
this
ENS.
You think that it may not be 100% safe
Oh.
to get him out, and you also think that the entity you also think that the entity is being poisoned in some way. Like, this looks to you like this is your read as a druid of the Enclave, that the path of this this sort of like invasive red forking material, it looks to you like a blood poison.
Gross. That's going into it?
It's going out of
going
oak
out of
somehow
oak.
into.
This entity.
Can I, is that, are these veins, are they like above, are they on the surface? Are they
No,
surface level?
They're similar to.
They're underneath.
They're similar to when you saw the wandering crypt.
Right.
The sort of trails that it would leave, where the
Right.
symbols were sort of like in the substrate.
Okay.
So this forking fluid is running along these tracks that otherwise would not be visible. It may not be amethyst in the classic sense. You know a lot about poison and life in general, and you were not aware that rocks could be poisoned.
Okay.
That's new info. That's something to file away.
Is it moving from oak to the entities?
It is moving from oak out.
Is it and it
To all of
seems to
them?
be traveling into these god
It is.
coffins, right?
Okay.
It is leaking out into the cathedral itself.
Well, I don't like that.
Yeah, it seems bad.
But I think it's not safe to try and get him out.
You think it may not be safe for him. It's very safe for you. You don't think you're in any danger.
I'm okay with that.
Sounds fine.
It's May leaking.
Boo.
Serious.
I didn't want that one to get past us. Sorry.
Yeah. Ooh.
Sorry.
I like it.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so I think I can bust him out of here.
And kill him.
Is this like a brittle thing? Like, do I feel like I'm looking at like a salt rock type thing?
Yeah, it definitely looks like a glass,
Oh, okay.
Can he hear us? Can we talk
like
to him?
a squeaky glass. I mean, he can't move exactly.
Does he seem like he's awake?
You don't really see him stirring in there. Like Malith, you see the other entities stirring.
Yeah.
All right.
But we can converse with Malith, but we can't. He's
Well,
not.
I can climb in oak if I'm looking at him. So I rouse myself from my puzzling. Yeah, I'm so angry. It's right here. It's talking to me. And I don't get to know what it is yet.
Did you get it?
Not yet.
But couldn't you don't you have an ability that allows you to read languages? Like, couldn't Cthulhu have an advantage on this code?
If Cthulhu receives this, he just reads it right away. So what does it say?
We can get a hint on the
Yeah,
cipher.
real language, yes.
Right.
It was more fun if I tried to figure
Yeah.
Put it back in the box.
No, if it had been
Crowdsource it.
If it had been proper, yeah, exactly. If it had been proper language.
Listen, everybody, I thought this was but it doesn't scale for the rest of it.
No.
But there's a couple of
WKH
common strings.
doesn't scale for the.
So I thought maybe they're markers
No.
for different ones. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But I want to. So I'm gonna put that down for the moment. I'm gonna stalk over to Oak's pillar.
Slink over, defeated.
Yeah.
Just,
What did you do? What happened? Hey,
just yelling at everyone.
wake up! Bung, 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 bung.
The voice that comes from the crystal is like icily calm. And you don't know if it is because Oak True Strike is an operator, is the kind of operator that he believes himself to be and actively projects to others,
Like
or
his,
if he
his
is,
mind is calm.
or if he is in some kind of truly existential shock.
What's he
And
say?
he says, "You spoke to Drawn Enterprises also."
Are we all on this call?
No.
All right.
I'm trying to remember what Cthulhu told you of that. Oh, you were well aware, though, by the end of it.
No, because remember that was one of my favorite scenes in the whole season, where you came in at the end of the game. It's like the final fight is starting up, and you're at the tree, and you're like, "Hey, just want to let everybody know real quick. Definitely talk to Drawn Enterprises.
Try to strike
Kind of, sort of took a job with them.
Another man.
Decided not to do it. Is that the same as being a good person? I don't know, but."
I relay that immediately to everybody. He says that he spoke to Drawn Enterprises. What did they want from you?
What did they want from you?
Well, we both ended up here.
I have a plenty of time to wait. It would appear.
What did they want from me?
They
Oh,
wanted,
I remember. They wanted me to kill someone who I did not kill, who I found it unnecessary to kill. What about yourself?
Who didn't you kill?
I have time too.
Yeah.
They are obsessed with the Wandering Crypt
Tell me about it.
only because of the Wandering Crypt's connection to this.
I relay that to you, to all of you.
Did you dine with them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you turn into liquid too? You went to that restaurant?
I don't think any of those Underdark delicacies are actually from the Underdark. I've only been there the once. But I don't...
It wasn't very good, was it?
Yeah.
It wasn't very good.
I think they fed me something.
Like something that would make you worthy of being imprisoned by this worthless deity.
I think it was important to them that I be consumed by this.
Did they ask you to kill you? Did they just find a very roundabout way to do it? They asked me to kill somebody else.
It didn't come up.
Okay. We should let him be.
Trained.
So the finger's off?
Yeah, the finger is off.
that's
I can go back to him, but let's talk about it.
well,
Okay.
that's not what our job was.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of what Drawn Enterprises is after either.
I just feel like if they want it, it's not a good thing.
There are other ways to be obsessed with that crypt.
Sure, I'm obsessed with it every night when I go to sleep. Can't stop obsessing about it.
Omen is obsessed with it, and we got a lot of good work. We've met a lot of cool people in
Sure.
the
Well,
process.
life experiences.
Yeah, we became closer.
Well, look at this video montage I made on my iMac.
Well, this is where
is
we
a
just
bottle
cut back.
episode.
Yeah, this is a bottle episode.
Okay.
So, we should let him go. But so Drawn Enterprises wanted him where he is right now. So freeing him will foil them,
Yes.
and we don't like them,
Yeah.
and we like him.
No.
So we should get him
No.
out.
In fact, if we're going to get in trouble for not turning Oak in or letting him get away, the fact that we're screwing Drawn Enterprises might curry some favor with our boss.
It's true, so let's just bust him out. Listen,
Yeah.
I don't think it's entirely safe for him, but also I don't care. Don't worry, no, he's going to be fine.
Friend,
Dinar.
I don't care for you or this prison, but, you know,
There's there are many axes of benefit. I think we can both agree. Here, there's not a lot I can do for you. Out there, wow.
He
It's
is
a good case.
very
Yeah.
distressed.
well, we were sold already.
Yeah.
We had a private conversation with our mouths that can move. So, yeah, what's the... can you give us any insight into your prison? Any weaknesses?
No, I didn't want to come in here. I did not study this. I was not trying to go here.
He was unprepared.
I mean,
So,
It sniffed me out somehow. I don't know what they did to make me so irresistible, but it's not a new problem. Let's put it that way.
Do y'all think the test market's broken also?
Yeah, it's got a back door.
Some problems there,
It's a
yeah.
security
Just kind of
issue.
thinking there's some bugs and features that we are finding.
Um,
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well,
all right.
Yeah.
I'll try to get him out.
Do it.
Go ahead.
Should I give it a whack?
Yeah, do
Yeah,
it.
please.
All right.
Let's do a thing.
I will unilaterally attack him. Just trying to think how. Aim low, I guess, in case I just cleave right through this.
Command him to exit.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'll say, hey, stand back. Stand back from the door. Toothbrush out. Swing low. So if I do cut through, get him at below the knee, I guess.
Yeah, non-lethal.
Non-lethal, right. Yeah, that's all it is. See how it goes.
Okay.
What happens?
Give me a strike and some damage, and that will tell me a lot of information.
Well, it auto-connects, right? He's not going to dodge it.
I'm going to use all this information to determine exactly what happens.
Oh boy.
So I'm just rolling straight for damage, or am I rolling the
You're going to
attack?
roll all the dice?
All right.
Should.
I'm going to roll all the dice. All right, then I'm going to take advantage. I want to make sure I connect.
Oh, okay. We'll take the.
And also that you do it with precision.
Well, that's a 20.
Whoa!
Beep, bop,
Whoa!
boop, 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 boop,
That's the wrong song.
boop.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Kiss me beneath the moon.
Wom.
Womp, womp,
Roll
womp,
again.
womp, womp.
See if I roll 2.
You roll 2 20s?
Yeah.
All right, now let's see some of this tender critical damage.
All right, so 2d6 plus 3. I mean, well, yeah, 2d6 plus 3 slashing. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna smite this. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
This is a test swing.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
11.
Okay.
He's cleaved in twain.
That's fine. If I
which-
take him off at the knees, I can heal him.
Here, which side of toothbrush are we using here? Are we using the toothy side, or are we using?
We're using the blade side.
Okay, we're not. You're not trying to saw in.
No. I'm just trying to give it a good thwack.
Okay.
Dinar Blitz got an axe. Gave
Yeah.
his oak 40 whacks. Right?
Exactly.
Oh, I do have a war pick. Should have used that. Ah, well, too bad. Too late.
That would have been great.
War pick, real good. Yeah. So you bring
Right.
you bring toothbrush down on top of this thing, right down low.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
you're
going up-
harvesting it.
I'm going a
Imagine-
wide, yeah.
Imagine a dark harvest.
That's all I can imagine.
So you are able to basically you connect with it and then crack it, and it sort of slides like a puck on ice.
Oh.
Like the entire prison with him in it just goes
Okay.
down the thing. But this is vitally important.
Yeah.
This piece of it is vitally important. You take 5 points of damage as soon as you
Okay.
slice this thing and it starts to slide over. You get to see where this red material has eaten through, and you can see that it is like almost like imagine like ice fishing, where just right in the top there's this central
Yeah.
hole chewed through, and as you hit him that way and he slides over, a bunch of this stuff splashes up on you.
Oh no.
And so you begin to think about things that you haven't thought of in years. There is a moment where you are alone, and the only member of your family that will deign to speak to you. You know what you've done, but you don't understand why they're so angry. And he picks you up, and then from that moment on, it's like when you try to remember a dream, like the harder you try to remember it, the more the details fade away. And after a few seconds, you don't remember what you were thinking about anymore.
Okay.
And so this stuff is like separating in this
Yeah.
crack.
So, all right. This is a sad emotional memory that this caused. This is memory fluid ish in a certain Is that what I get out of this?
Well, yeah, but when you think back, you can't find the memory anymore.
No.
Okay.
So you see it's like just fuzzy. Like first it's the edges. Like you're like back to the hands. Like someone was lifting you,
Yeah.
and then even the memory of the pressure on your back and the support and the face. Like these are all going out of focus. And then the more you try to keep hold of one, the more you lose the rest of them.
Oh my god.
Do I recognize this fluid or anything?
No.
Okay.
No, you have never seen anything like this.
Okay.
I don't want to go anywhere near this stuff.
It's
Yeah.
That's all I got.
it's incredibly someone put a lot of thought and time into it. So if you imagine, I don't mean me. I mean however this came to be, there's some stratagem that you have stepped into the middle of.
Yeah.
And then you try to imagine, you can see even now, you can see it forking out toward the divine entities at the pillars. Like it is still continuing to worm its way through these cracks.
I was gonna say through the channels, right? Okay. So it wasn't drawing from Oak. This was a well he was just sitting on top of.
Like, I think they fed him something, and it maybe made him poisonous to this thing. Like, they sent him in as a human sacrifice for the mouth god.
Hey!
Perhaps. How is it going with the code over there, by the way?
So good.
It's
You got some hot shit?
I do.
God damn.
Is it going to help us solve this puzzle here?
It's not for you guys. It's for the Shadow Council.
Yeah, well,
you should have told us that.
Why didn't you tell him
don't
that?
show them
Oh,
dice
because
cameras.
because you're having too much fun. I'm not going to stop you. You're having too much fun. Like you made this cool matrix.
Well, actually, Chris solved it, but I just.
Oh shit!
All right, so
Okay.
for those that don't want to know, stop the
Don't look at
podcast
the
now.
dice ever.
Okay. Okay. What do you want me to do with this, Jerry?
Whatever you want. Now Cthulhu knows
Should
it.
we give our messages?
I
Yeah.
didn't
Oh.
quite read it yet.
Okay.
Krithris would know it.
Yeah, the only one I don't know is my own.
It's okay. I'll solve that one.
That's okay.
Go ahead. I think it's a lot of junk.
I think it's.
a
I think there's a
bunch of
lot of
trash.
Garbaggio
What's
in
mine
here.
say?
Well,
Yeah,
I
what
don't
is
know who
it-
got
what are
what.
those?
Mine had the
Will
exclamation
you
point.
order it in correct order, Jerry? I think I might have got it.
Yeah, maybe let's try.
I'll never do that.
Oh man.
I
Maybe
know
I can
which
figure
one.
it
Mine's
out.
the one that looks like it has the word
Yeah.
glyph in it.
Mine's the exclamation point.
Okay, your exclamation point. It spoke to you first. Ba 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 ba.
Yeah, what was that?
And then this one was.
Yours was
been,
last.
It must have been. Oh, mine was absolutely last. Okay, so then that seems to be the right
Oh,
order.
it's the same thing.
Oh,
So what's it say?
did I just do it? I must have just started doing it wrong. Okay, enough drama.
God.
I who did it all by myself, apparently, just
In
shocked.
world?
I just vomited out.
Dude, no, you know what it is, dude? It's gonna be totally like that grandma that does like the crosswords.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like a
Just a problem, honey?
Sudoku. She's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been writing my whole life for this.
I can do the jumble without even writing anything down.
Yeah, it's like I don't want Cthulhu to have all the credit.
No, he
when
should.
Rosie. Okay.
Rosie didn't do it.
Oh my God, tell us
Holy
what it
crap,
says.
did you just give us the
For
message?
Christ's sake.
I just
Or can we have 10 more minutes of this?
No, it's not important. It's just an ad. It says.
Read it in character.
Okay.
So how does it happen?
I suddenly kneel. I realize what it says. I start saying, "The void child, the divine prison. Its prey may slip the trap, devoured but not consumed. But no, the last must be first." Did I get it in the wrong order? No, I did it in the right order. I think. Could be. Let's read it again.
That's quite good.
Let's put it here.
That's quite good. I'm gonna have to. The Ur is gonna have to perturb a little more.
void
next
called
time.
Oh my
Divine
goodness!
prison.
Yes.
The void child, the divine prison, its prey may slip the trap, but no, devoured but not consumed. But no, the last must be first.
The last must be first.
Well, the last is Oak.
It depends.
It's a stack structure. We have to get his data off first.
Right.
Pop him off.
So just by the natural listing of this thing, Oak is just sort of traveling around.
The fluid that. What of that do we know? We saw you were affected by it.
Well, yeah, I guess I would scream.
How do you express it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Like, so how would you
Exactly.
How would you,
It's challenging.
if your memory is immediately erased, then how would you even know?
Because you can feel it slipping, I think. Is what
Yeah,
he was expressing.
it's definitely a process.
It's like you know the tip of the tongue word.
Yeah.
You're like, I know that word. I've said this word
Exactly.
a million times, but I cannot recall it now.
Yeah.
I think that's well put.
Yeah, it would be something to that effect.
the
It would be
story,
jarring. It would be, then I would be freaked out, and he would
Yeah.
be yelling, and then mumbling, and
Yelling
confused.
yelling at the hole.
Yeah, just
The
wait, come back.
the first line of Lovecraft's story, Polaris, is good. It's is it that the star he's looking at, the hideously winking eye, struggling to convey something, but finding nothing save which that it has forgotten what it was trying to convey. Like, it's the exact same emotion.
Yeah, that.
So you're just going blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
And I say, the juice hurt him.
yeah.
Are you
I'd
burned?
say it's making me forget. Don't touch it. It's taking memories.
And this was I was decoding. This happened when you came in contact with the fluid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I knocked Oak, and he slid off this top of this well like a hockey puck, and
Okay.
then there's goo underneath, and it splashed up. It took
Okay.
us some precious memories.
Did the prison take any damage?
The prison is no longer attached to the entity.
All right.
Slide him onto the boat.
Well,
You get one, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm real interested in this fluid, though.
Yeah.
If that's
true.
what, maybe
would
what did
be.
you forget? I asked like an idiot.
Yeah.
What did you forget? Do you know who I am?
So
We've worked together for a while.
experientially, I forgot something, right? A memory that was forgotten. Table talky, there's temporal stuff that goes on. Was this forgotten, or was this timeline messed with?
Right. Okay.
That I don't know.
That's a legitimate question.
That's a good question.
You hear almost like it sounds like fingernails, or like when a cat is trying to move on a slick floor, and then from the aperture below the in the center, that central ring,
yeah.
you can see a figure and then another figure
oh jeez.
pull themselves up, like the same way you'd pull up like out of a pool. They pull themselves up, and the second one, as he comes up, immediately once he gets up, sort of rolls over on his back and starts to hold his side. And his breathing is pretty ragged. He is dressed in a sort of loose-fitting. I mean, if you didn't know better, Rosie, you would say that it was monastic in nature.
Okay.
It looks like the sort of simple ritual garb that would endure days and nights of fasting, training, and prayer.
What race does this appear to be?
He looks to you like he has a mixture of features.
Okay.
So you can't map them all correctly. They're tall,
Okay.
like an elf would be, but they have an especially pallid skin tone, ranging almost into like lime green almost.
Okay.
Bald head with what looks to be sort of ritual tattoos inscribed. Elven ears, but sort of ragged on the edge.
Okay.
And they don't have a nose like we would think of it.
Okay.
I don't like this.
Handsome fella.
We should just put Oak in the boat. We should just take him.
But he looks injured. We should help.
From the top aperture, two more figures enter. They do.
We really should go.
They do, and these look down at their prey. They pay the party or your hockey puck friend precisely 0 notice,
Oh.
and they sort of float down gently, like bored gods. They just sort of drop down at a leisurely pace. Their gleaming silver swords out, ready to do work. These these fellows are not bald of head. They have a tall, delicious coiffure.
And great hair.
Much like substantially more ornamented of dress. There's nothing monastic about their mode in any way.
The same make, same tone of skin and all that.
Yes, you think that if you were to ask them, maybe they would say that there's a lot of fine distinctions you're just not appreciating.
Yeah.
But they are well armored. They have the skin shows, but wherever there is not flesh, there is armor so ornate that you can't imagine how a person would manufacture it. It looks like it must just occur naturally somewhere. It must just be like a creature they found, and the creature agreed to let them wear it. Like it doesn't. Its construction is profound and artful.
Like Monster Hunter.
They haven't noticed us, or they have noticed us and they don't care.
They don't seem to give a shit.
Okay.
These groups of people. So as they are beginning to float down, the two at the base, one of them is hurt very badly. His ornamentation is slightly more, it appears to denote rank or something. It's not flashy by any means, but there's clearly more to it. You can sense the cultural weight of his raiment as compared to his companion. And his young friend is trying to help him to his feet as these cruel creatures sort of descend from the ceiling.
Do they notice the creatures from the ceiling?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that appears to be the motivating factor.
Okay, so they're pulling themselves up from the ground. These creatures are coming from the ceiling.
They are coming down from the ceiling.
And the creatures on the ground know that these ones are coming.
Oh,
but
exactly.
They're not
No. They are. He's getting his friend up.
Okay.
To
They don't like it.
to manage this. Yes.
Okay.
Are we going to intervene?
Well, I was just going to say, initiative is good.
Apparently, yes.
Apparently we don't
Well, I
have
was going to
choice.
say, if we're...
Well, no, you can always act on your initiative in such a way that you escape.
I refuse to be ignored.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to fight me?
Hey.
Don't get those guys. I'm assuming that that the two on the bottom where
Yes,
the
I'm
boat
actually
is,
going to go and...
like, we're fighting in and around the boat.
Give me a let's see, what would be the good one here?
Boat check. Yeah.
Perception.
Boat position.
No.
Give me a boat
Check.
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 That's nothing for
Standard
me to
boat
enjoy. That was actually going to be my initiative roll, but let's say it's the perception.
Okay, it's terrible, and I'm ashamed of you.
All right.
your initiative.
Now initiative.
For those folks at home, that
Hey,
was a 4.
he goes first. I use my turn to take a look at what's going
Right
on.
here.
with the
So,
boat.
what do you have, Dinar Blitzen?
12.
Okay. How about you, Walnut Dawn
4.
That's low. How about you, Rosie Beesinger?
7.
It's pretty good. How about you, Kuthra Straub?
God, 21.
Wow.
21.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I think it's 22.
Is it 22?
It's plus
No,
3.
it's plus 3. Oh, yeah, 22.
Listen,
There you go.
you did a great job, and I appreciate it. So
Humble bragging right there.
yeah.
I
So
don't even know how
these,
much it is.
I didn't want to say how big it was. Yeah.
so these creatures that are now descending at a rate of their choosing have begun to mutter to the other to their opponents apparently at the base.
Yeah.
And if you look up through the aperture that exists in the ceiling as well, there is a shape there that takes up the entire hole.
Oh, okay.
What's the
Something beyond.
No, it's the aperture is not wide enough to take it in. There's just something occluding it up there.
Does it appear like is it like hovering over it? Like if it could climb in, it would.
Well,
or,
it's just,
you know.
it's like a. Imagine that it already has the cast of a beautiful perfume bottle. Just imagine that there is just something that can perfectly fit into the top.
Oh, okay.
It's just massive.
Okay. Gosh, do I waste this good old What do we want to do, gang? Because my instinct is just talk to these people.
What-
We're
is it-
going to
I'm
try to
like,
get these
this
guys
is
on the
very
boat,
weird.
right?
My instincts to be like, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
Right,
okay.
yeah.
This
Go
is
ahead.
what I want to do
Well,
first.
well,
yeah.
So you get it out of the way.
Yeah.
If they're aggressive, I'll hit them. Because I go next.
Let's see if they can understand my speech. Friends, you may enjoy your quarry at your leisure if you'd give us but a moment to load our cargo into our vessel and make some room.
While you're saying this, it's sort of tilted and like behind you, Oak is just sliding to one side.
Think of what an unsatisfying murder it would be to have your prey knocked aside by this careless crystal prison. Let us load it and be gone, and all will be well.
Cthulhu's the charlatan,
Yeah.
snake oil
The-
salesman.
The one nearest you, near the event horizon, in the base of the structure, doesn't look at you. He is keeping his eye on these new challengers to leverage a piece of Street Fighter nomenclature. They've entered, for lack of a better term. Yeah.
That's a new one.
Oh, I get it.
His, you know that he is speaking to you, but he does not look. He is maintaining his attention
Right.
on these new foes. And he says, "You're wasting your breath. They won't deign to speak your tongue."
And he's speaking mine clearly. Okay, all right.
Who said that? The injured guy?
Yeah. He says, "This is not your fight."
So we should leave then.
My recommendation. Well, where would you most like to die?
On a boat.
I haven't really thought about it yet.
At this point, I guess not in this room.
Cthulhu definitely would have an extremely specific answer to
Yeah.
that
Wrong
question.
guy to ask.
He would be so excited. He'd be like, "Oh, thank you for asking."
Someone finally asked me.
Let me read you my screenplay. I'm
Actually,
I'm gonna set the scene.
New York.
Right. The American Revolution.
Fade in. Yeah. Exterior shot. A handsome two-door. We see a young Chris.
Stop it.
Drop.
Oh
my God.
My slippers.
You're gonna fucking murder me with that shit.
All right. So
Okay.
Where did I go just now?
I think that there's two people here who have like actually written screenplays. I mean, I think that that's what we were seeing there.
Yes.
so
Goodness.
where would we most like to die?
He says, if it does not involve this place, there are two exits.
All right, you heard him.
A little help with the boat.
Maybe we'll. Do I feel like I have enough? Are they descending in such a bored way that I feel like I have time to parlay with
Well,
these
they have.
two?
I mean, they have an initiative, and that's when they'll act.
Oh, okay.
Can you see my UI
Those beautifully
from
designed.
Clues Corp,
Yeah.
manufactured by Clues Corp Industries?
What were you? What were you here to do? What brought you here?
Steal something?
Oh,
Is it important?
yeah. We're kind of in the same boat. Aha, fast friends. So listen, something in common.
You feel just sort of you feel like a pressure on your mind from the like not communication, just presence, just awareness. Presence.
Yay.
Center.
It's like I feel like I'm being judged.
Exactly. And so this thing starts to spin like a tilt-a-whirl.
Oh, no.
Boom.
Get that
Everybody
boy.
get your bearings. Do we have rope? Let's try and lash it to something. Okay.
Doesn't Oak have your grandmother's rope still?
Yeah,
No,
Oak still
we got
got
it
it.
back when
We got
he poofed.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the rope. Okay.
No.
the rope is
Never.
Okay.
Something's gonna happen to that rope one day, and I will be destroyed.
dude. Here, hang on a second.
Today's that day.
Yep.
Oh no, rope table.
Yeah, you
out.
shouldn't have said that out
Season
loud.
4, rope season. It's just like you'll
Told
be.
by the rope.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's like it'll be the framing device.
Yeah.
But no, so this thing has begun to really, really move. Like it's like when one of the big kids comes over on the playground, like one of the big kids, and it's like too much.
Okay.
The issue is that it is moving in space, and it's not 100%.
Yeah.
It isn't 100% lateral.
Yeah, we're not going to get our, like, you can't just hold on because maybe it'll shift that way. Yeah. So we're going to have a heck of a time managing that crystal.
Exactly.
I think that is our focus.
You can notice, so you see on his chest, you can see that he is wearing something that looks like a medallion, but is of novel make. So a medallion, round, it's got something cool on it, right? This instrument, for lack of a better term, is almost like a circle of beads. And you can see his fingers moving very quickly around its edge, like spinning parts of it around, and he'll spin part of it around, flip it, turn it, reverse it.
Do I recognize these gestures?
Do you think that these gestures are
He's praying.
or something like them are probably common to you think these gestures or something like this are probably common to sects of faith?
Nice.
You recognize them.
I see.
I see. Can I do a history check to see if I know anything about this garb or these
Sure.
Okay. It's a 21.
Ooh.
That's quite good.
Thank you.
There is a so this is all going to be footnotes. This is going to be like in the parts of the book that would be like director's commentary for a DVD, right? You're a well-read woman. You have had a lot of time to study religion. And there are sects, for lack of a better term, that Toril is not the only place where gods are worshipped. There are other places, other realms, other gods, and occasionally their documents find their way into even the prime material plane from other places. And you think that it is an unbroken circle of Zerthamon. So it's a device of meditative practice for those who, there's a sort of a bipartite, there's a bifurcated race of the Githzerai and another race that was not in the document that you read about, but they broke off from them, and this is basically like a holy fidget spinner.
Oh, now I get it.
Thank you for putting it in terms we can understand.
Yeah.
Just say so.
I got you.
I see.
I got you. So this thing is now beginning to turn on its axis. You can see Oak True Strike sort of like lift up
Oh my God, get it.
off the bottom, and then sort of like strike up high, and then bounce off, and then bounce on another side, and then bounce on another side, and when it hits the last side, it shatters.
Oaks does.
The whole thing shatters,
Right. All the structures.
and its contents
Whoa.
shatter.
What?
So is he just a exploded pile of meat?
That is now whirling around in chunks of glass inside this space.
What?
Oh, it was obliterated?
Well,
Wait,
Well,
you-
we didn't save him.
Guess this was a timed puzzle.
I can't heal that. I can't lay on hands that.
Dinar's like,
Guys, can't lay on hands. I'm like grabbing pieces. Like,
So-
I'm gonna try.
So, Dinar Blitzen, it is your turn. You are.
I will yell to you, get Oak! Secure that precious...
We
throwing
can't
a-
leave him here.
Yeah, my whole plan was going to be to try to move him in that towards the boat. That's gone.
So you are very near to this hole that exists in the base.
Of memory sapping.
No. Memory sapping thing is over here separating still.
Okay.
This hole is in the base of this cathedral, which is where you came in.
Yep.
And when you look down, you do not see a boat.
Oh.
So we gotta.
You do not see a boat, but every rotation of this thing, you see what looks like in the space outside of this realm, you see something that looks like like imagine a puddle, like in a parking lot that is sort of has that oil rainbow, that slick on top of it. So it looks like, like every 2 rotations, you see this disc of color.
Is it familiar to us as what we drifted through? Like that field that we came here, that we saw the boat moving through?
Yeah, absolutely. You have seen these from time to time, and you are welcome to interact with this conceptually.
Well, we got one more. We got this before they do something.
Yeah, get out.
Well, yeah, we were here to steal something. We were here to steal Oak back. Are these the security guards, essentially?
I don't know.
Is that what this is?
Here's what I'm thinking. I don't know. It's not. I mean, obviously my turn's done. I could cast Fly on you, and hopefully you can carry us out of here. I can't do it yet, but I'm worried that this, if I were to give it to you, then you would be set in some absolute coordinate system and then would be destroyed against the side of it as it moves relative to it.
Yeah.
Can you res people from pulp?
That's my thinking. If we save a piece of him.
How much of him is on us?
Yeah.
Do we have any?
Yeah,
any
I don't know
bits?
how res works.
Any boat-shaped pieces?
You could get some, and securing some is not a terrible idea.
We should get some of the pulp.
Is his head floating
Well,
around?
no, because you know how there's like oak with pulp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where all the vitamins are, though.
Yeah, so get some of the pulp.
Is it-
We
what-
get pulp at very
is
least
his
we can
head
make-
floating
We
around?
can make paper out of it, you know.
Or
What's the biggest
What's
piece?
the biggest
Is
piece?
he completely just mulched?
You
Like
can get some.
ground beef?
just
You can reach out. You can reach out and get a chunk. Do you want me to tell you exactly what it
yeah,
is?
I want to know what I get.
Yeah,
A
where's your
hand.
oak table?
Here.
Chunk
Do
table.
you have an oak table?
Here, let me make a real quick oak chunk table.
All right. Put head on there. I want a chance to get his head. Just talk to his head.
It's like a
Just
claw
talk to it.
machine.
A portion of his scalp.
Close enough.
Gross.
That's not.
I wear it on my.
You're like, nah, I'm gonna wait. I'll just wait. I'll wait.
It's just like sifting through it. You're like,
It's like one of those little deli machines.
part of a foot. No.
Gross.
All right.
Conveyor belt oak.
I'll snatch up his scalp.
It's actually a really fresh way to get your oak.
Yeah. All right. I grab his scalp.
Okay. Now we die.
And defer? I don't know. Do we want to fight these guys?
I don't want to fight.
I don't
I
think
wanna-
that's a
want
good
us to
idea.
Do we
wanna
want to
go-
defend these guys at all?
Well, you are a paladin, so what would Dinar do?
No, they just admitted they're thieves, so they get what they get. You
WWDD.
know?
Yeah, he's that lawful good.
Right now he is.
Today.
In this space, in this real weird world where his best friend was just exploded and he's all confused and heartbroken.
All right.
He just wants to get out of there.
All right.
We get it.
Yeah, you might take it out on somebody at that point.
Well, who's he going to blame?
The person that made the prison go crazy. Those guys.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Get them.
Is that what he would infer?
Sick 'em, boy.
It seemed to happen when they showed
I
up.
feel like this is just going to get me killed.
Well,
Look,
Hey, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yes.
we'll
Right.
pull you off.
Can't
as
kill
best we
two main
can.
characters in one episode, right?
I wear his.
That's where you're
I
wrong.
put his scalp on like a hat to power myself up.
does it work?
I put it on top of Cappy. I guess I'm wearing Cappy.
Yeah.
So Cappy's got like, because Oak had pretty nice hair,
Beautiful
right?
hair.
So now Cappy's got some sick hair.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lustrous.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
a Mr. Potato.
No, you know what it
Head.
is? It's Pro V.
Yeah.
Pantene.
Scalp's freshest layer.
And then I'll
Only later.
For my action, I'll cast Protection from Good and Evil on myself.
Okay.
If we're gonna rumble, I'll rumble.
Sounds good. Shadow Council, may our labors please you. We have reached the break point. Feast your eyes on these delicious commercials, unless you're a sub, in which case, feast your eyes on some cool art. We will be back very, very shortly. Don't go anywhere. Hello, I'm Jeffrey K. Horkins, and this is Test C Teams. Now, when last we saw our heroes, they were suspended inside of a god's gullet, which had rapidly been transformed into a kind of chipper shredder.
Yeah.
The very next action that we have, Dinar Blitzen took his turn. The very next action is, on my initiative tracker, is a piece of plastic with 3 skulls on it, but you might not know that what it says on the back here is bad guy.
Wow, that's
Oh, now we know. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
This is extra information. Yeah.
The spoilers, obviously. So what occurs here is a Cirque du Soleil tier martial performance that occurs on surfaces, off surfaces. The things about this place that are off-putting or abstract are not abstract to these beings. This appears to be, they roll out of bed and see something like this. It's not, it's not surprising to them at all. So there are stunning blocks, incredible blows, and these two forces arrayed against each other appear to be at something of a martial standstill. They're not enjoying this in any way. There's zero respect on either side. This is not like when you took your test inside the staff of the master and found people willing to teach you and instruct you to the best of their ability. This is murderous rage, but executed at a similar level of skill on each side.
including the wounded one.
He has found a new strength, perhaps from his circle. So that is what occurs there. It is just a whirl of blades. Rosie Beestinger,
Yeah.
you can see that this thing is continuing to spin and whirl.
Okay.
You're like a old hand on the deck. It's absolutely no problem. Your feet are certain and sure on the ground. And then this thing is starting to slow down, and you can see that it has begun to point at this kind of gauzy, rainbow-sheened mirror down through the bottom of it.
Okay. So as I'm staring at this fight, what is my
Motivation.
Can I like do a con check on these and see like would we be able to take them if we join this fight?
Oh, you just want to size them up?
Yeah.
Listen,
Are they skulls to me?
Grandmother Knight
Sure.
knows how.
Okay.
She knows how to read a fight,
Right.
and she knows how. She knows if she could take them
Right.
euphemistically
Exactly.
speaking.
Yeah.
There are 4 of you,
Uh-huh.
and then you would choose one of these 2 groups, and then there would be 6 of you.
It's true.
You like these numbers.
Okay. And you are hulking out, right? You're ready to go.
Yeah.
What is
You ready to work?
What is Walnut's expression? What's her body language?
She was like ready to go before this initiative even started.
So she's looking toward the exit. She wants to run.
Go fight or go run?
I mean,
Ready to go? Ready to go?
like I
Ready to go?
I don't think that. I honestly think she's at a complete loss. Oak just exploded, and she like all of her ideas that she's been like
Yeah.
pooling about like for vengeance or like pithy things to say to him when she actually got to stab him just went out the window.
Yeah. At the end.
She could say them all now.
At the end of the day,
You could say it to his scalp. I'm
Take
wearing
that.
it.
So I like the odds, but more importantly, I did not like Oak. However, he was a member in good standing of Acquisitions Incorporated?
was
He was
not.
my greatest
time.
friend.
Not at the end.
That's right. Was he no longer a member in good standing? I know he was supposed to get taken in.
He was revoked.
But he was like
No
no
wild
longer
card
an Acq Inc.
license, not a member in good standing.
Look, we
member
had a
in bad standing.
We had a conversation, he and I, and we were going to start our own team.
Okay.
He was a member in good standing with me.
He was in good standing, a team to know.
The
right.
D team.
Yeah.
If you want to help these
Doke.
poor people, I'll stand by you. But
I think that's the only motivation is that these are folks who speak our language and who are geared in a way that I recognize as like a fellow ascetic. And so there's an injustice here that I'm not into. So I would go to fight.
Hog.
I'll go hog. So I'm going to run up behind these two that are fighting on the ground against the winged angel types, and I'm going to tell you. I'll say you two won't be easy prey today, and I'm going to throw my staff of the master.
Oh, just right in the air.
Yeah, can I? Can I do
Oh,
that?
yeah, of course you can.
Okay.
This is Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay. That's not going to do it. The next one is a 20 to hit,
God,
and then yeah, I think that's all I can do from down here.
that's quite solid.
Okay, so then I'll do a 8 plus, that's 8 points of damage.
Very solid. Nice.
Thanks.
So it connects. It connects with his right shoulder, like in the middle of him trying to dominate this field, and it sort of spins him around like one full rotation. But he after he turns on this axis, he like sort of reasserts himself that he's got some kind of a knowledge about this type of wire fighting. But it's the spin and then the solid stop is it's not physics as you understand it. But he definitely spins in the air. Walnut Dawngrass.
I see what's happening here, and I want to look at one of these winged creatures, and I point at it.
Like in baseball?
Yeah, I point right at it, and when I
Corner
do,
shot.
a silvery beam of pale light shines down
Oh.
in a 5-foot radius and a 40-foot high cylinder centered on it. Dim light fills the cylinder. It is Moonbeam. And it's important for me to tell you that I'm casting it at the 3rd level. Please do a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Can do.
Like it.
And how wide is this thing?
It
5?
is 5-foot radius.
5-foot radius.
5-foot radius.
That's good stuff. That's actually gonna clip both of them.
Good.
So the knight fails.
Okay.
How about the warrior? The warrior rolls even worse if you can believe it. Tell me what happens.
That's unfortunate because it takes 2d10 radiant damage unless you cast it using a slot of 3rd level or higher, and the damage increases by 1d10 for each slot level above the second.
So
3d10
3d10.
each?
Yeah.
Good
Dang.
God.
Good
Ouch.
Lord, you
Yum.
exploded them.
Which one's the 10? I've
The
never
one
done
that-
it.
an
it was
eight.
Oh,
with
no,
a zero
yeah, that's
on
the
it.
8. Yeah, you get the
This
even.
one.
You got
Yeah,
that one.
that one.
Yeah.
These ones.
Yeah.
Whoa.
shit.
14.
14.
14 and
Oh,
21.
21. Dude, this damage is old enough to drink.
I like that very much.
Mwah. Anyway, this is it continues. So if they start their turn in it, then also damage.
I love, okay, this
Oh,
mental
yeah.
picture of Walnut,
is
like not
horrifying.
sure, super, like, oh my God, Oak just exploded. She's covered in like oak bits. And she sees Rosie go and she's just like, pow, and then nukes them.
No, but what's cool is that so this shape that you're contained in is sort of tilting, but this cylinder of light basically goes from the top into the aperture down through the bottom. So the entire thing is bathed in silver light from this just like divine rod of moonlight.
Just the Hammer of Dawn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dang,
So
great.
even in midair, so they are seared by this cold light.
Yes.
And do their best to not be seared anymore. Cthulhu Daraub. Oh, so
Delicious.
Just so you know, so the knight in the more elaborate of the armor, that definitely made an impression. The other one is terrified.
Yes.
by this amount of torment.
Yeah, Walnut does it. She's never done it before, and she just lets out this evil like.
Just like the face doesn't change, but the laugh is out.
That was her first moonbeam?
Yeah.
You never
Abby's
forget.
first moonbeam.
You never forget.
You never forget your first moonbeam.
I think we're gonna run for that portal, right? And then I see you just leap at them, and you fire the moon at them.
The whole moon. We're leaving, guys, right?
All I needed was some, dead matter. I was gonna use this guy if he died.
Oh, is it time?
But we got a mess of it
floating in a
swarming
cloud
around
of
in
it.
the air.
Yeah, let's have it.
Well, and you're literally in the agency
Yeah,
that enables it.
that's true. Ooh. And I got,
Don't forget.
Oh, it's
and
gonna
I
be
got
wild up in here.
I got the herb watching, and I wanted to press it.
Oh my
Yeah, there you go.
Dad, watch this!
Daddy's watching.
Time to go to work. Like hoping that that's a cool thing to say. And I'm gonna do a tentacular spectacular.
Absolutely. Now, Tentacular Spectacular, I goofed around with it. So using the regular Tentacular Spectacular,
Right.
typically used to require a check at the outset. Now it requires a check if you want to create persistent structures and even simple devices out of the material, right?
I
So you
see.
are welcome to enunciate for me the coolest tentacle. What I want, imagine that there is like a subreddit that's just for tentacle, like amethyst shredding tentacle fiction.
There is.
Yeah.
There
is now.
Is there?
Subscribe. I'm a moderator, actually.
Somewhere on Rule 34.
What I'm saying is that you should feel very free to enunciate a profound level.
Have we seen enough motion of this room to indicate that, I mean, we haven't gone flying into the air yet, none of us.
None of you have. None of
It's
you
just
have.
bizarre motion.
Exactly. And now this portal is visible down here. You can see it through the lower aperture of the structure, but the device is sort of rotating on an axis now.
Okay. What I want to do is, orthogonal to that axis, I want to
This guy.
pop these tentacles so that they emerge into these monofilament like these
Wires.
pieces of oak.
Oh,
And
God.
just suspend themselves across the room and let it cook these fellows that are in the air.
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
Like a cheese
This is
slicer?
horrifying. No, like a monomolecular cheese slicer.
As thin as I can get it. Mwah.
Good
Thin
Lord.
sliced.
You're
How
disgusting.
high?
Here,
You have a darkness to you.
Here, so I'm going to offer.
Thank you.
I'm gonna offer them some saves, but I'm not sure if it's gonna. Oh, that is horrible, and you suck.
Well, see,
All right.
originally it was going to be like, well, I'm sure I could get a number of them, like visible but strong and all that. But no, I'm going to go for it like hair thin. If we can
Piano
do that,
wire, just.
Oh,
let's see
Garrett
if we can-
Garrett
Yeah.
wire.
Yeah.
so long as we
Okay.
don't end up there.
Okay, well that's so it's 3d12. So far you have a 7 and a 12.
Jesus.
Good Lord. Okay, so that's 24 on him. So the warrior,
Yeah.
the second. So he had just been basically incinerated by this angry moonlight, and he had sort of in the 0G. He had sort of like drawn himself, incinerate me.
I went
That's where I
somewhere
went
else.
there. That's
really
where I
good.
went.
And so then he sort of like flexes and then pulls himself back out of this, and it puts him at the axis, just as these like near to monomolecular wires, like shredding wires of life force, and blended with liquid crystals.
This is Chris.
Yeah. And it just exactly, and just remember, so this thing is spinning perfectly on a single place. Like you would, this is like the sort of product you would purchase like at midnight,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you would want this.
We're inside a slap chop.
It's the bullet, yeah.
No, you are within, dude. Imagine a dark slap chop. So these blades just dismantle him. You got her. In seconds.
Oof.
In seconds. No, and if you order right now,
yeah.
Ooh.
I'll send you two.
Cleans easily under running water. wipe center edge with a dry cloth.
Stupid not to buy this.
Here, so now the knight is trying to get out of this edge. God, and he's getting even worse. Ah! All right. Good lord.
My dad
yeah.
came to the soccer game.
No, that's 23.
Came to play.
You turned it up. Yeah. So he is doing his best to evade them, and he evades most, but some of these cut deep. And you can see that it comes around like the meat of his leg, and then he is able to avoid being having it separated, but it just goes around the bone on a certain axis.
Cut that.
Denard, what's that?
Yay. Ugh.
Rosie's like, I just wanted you guys to scare him off.
Is this guy? Yeah, that was a...
Dude, this turned into Blade.
Like, in the course of this, too, I was, like, hulking up, like, my friend's dead, and then it just explodes. Like, all right.
You could heal those guys, or you could just kill
The
them.
good guys, or I could just finish the other dude off.
Yeah,
Is
do
he
it.
still in fighting shape? Does he look like he still wants to rumble?
He wishes that it was over.
Well,
Yeah.
Let's make it end for him.
I'm going to make it over. Yeah, Dinar is mad. Dinar's mad that Oak's dead, and he was the one spinning his thing. He was the one... Is it still spinning? Like, is he still...
That's one of the good guys on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has his
He's the guy
fingers.
who's spinning.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both doing it? The good guy's doing it, too?
Well, I think it's just the good guys.
It's just the good guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just the monk looking guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't attack.
He
those guys.
did this. He's the one who killed Oak.
Oh, you think he's doing this to spin our vessel?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
That's how he
so.
interprets it.
Oh,
He sees one
In
thing
his-
spinning.
He sees one thing spinning, he sees the room spinning.
Occam's razor.
Yeah.
That's
Occam's,
Dinar. Dinar
this is
every time.
Occam's fidget spinner.
Yeah, it is. This is Occam's Tide Pod. I will
Oh boy.
grab the hurt guy and
Just put him to work.
I'm going to dunk him in that pool of bad memory juice. Try not to get any on me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
The good guy?
You're
be
attacking
like-
the good guy.
No, the bad guy.
He's in the air.
The guy whose leg is
flying.
ripped
Is he
off
still
almost.
flying? I
Yeah.
can't close the distance.
You can.
Can I close the
He
distance?
needs some care.
Huh?
He needs
Oh,
some-
yeah.
A little bit of care.
I guess I'm going to run into your blades.
I
Should I
tried to
taunt him?
I put them up
You
in
can
their
compel duel,
airspace,
right?
so as long as we're not up on this, like in the upper third of the room, I
Could
think.
compel duel, actually. Maybe I'll compel
Call him
duel.
down, yeah.
Call him down. Make him go through the...
I want to see what the actual movement restrictions are.
Yes.
What a nightmare!
and
It's
I
Oh
was-
no.
like fight me. Oh,
Yes, exactly. This
Yeah.
is genius.
So,
is so
you,
good.
you attempt to compel a duel on a creature. One creature, he needs a wisdom saving throw. For the duration, he has disadvantage on attack rolls. On anyone other than me, must make a wisdom saving throw anytime he tries to go anywhere that's not towards me. The spell ends if I attack anyone else, or if...
He gets slap chopped.
Yeah. If a creature friendly to you damages the target. But this is...
right.
a little...
Oh, so we just back off.
Yeah.
Okay.
But does
We
the
always do that.
spinning blades count, or is that just an environmental hazard at this point?
It's an environmental hazard. But
like-
if he can't go away from you,
Yeah.
and if he comes to they're both bad.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's not physically able to get away.
Exactly.
So he has to come through the blades. It's like yelling at him across a bunch of rose bushes.
Well, and
It's
there's
like
also,
you got to come through the
but
thorns.
there's also this pretty consistent moon rod
Yeah.
in the middle of the fucking.
Yeah, when he starts his turn, if he's in it,
This is not good.
he's effed.
Yeah.
Can you take your movement to put the moonbeam between you and him, and then say, "Come here"?
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Might as well, right?
Yes!
Yeah. Maximize it.
All right. So y'all ready?
A word.
Yeah.
So
Y'all ready,
wisdom
good
save.
Rose?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. No, he's very good at wisdom.
Wow.
So let's see how it goes.
He's so wise.
He's whizzy.
What's your spell DC?
14.
Okay. Ha
What was it?
2.
2. All right.
Got him.
Jerry wanted it to happen.
No, this is too
We
exciting.
want it.
It's
very
too
good.
exciting.
I just start thumping my chest.
So you just that massive sword just out like this.
Yeah. I'm calling my shot. Yeah.
Exactly. He is doing everything that he can to be
Strutting. I got to peacock around. Like,
to be. You're just around the
want
hole. You're
this.
like
yeah.
so.
Making fun of him.
yeah.
He has found
Jagger.
Nice leg, idiot.
he has found a place here, a place of safety where the shredding wands that Cathris has invented don't get him. He cannot move away from you, and if he moves toward you, he gets shredded.
Yes.
Does he have to come toward you? I don't think so.
He has to succeed a wisdom saving throw
Yeah.
to not make them.
You must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from me. So if he wants to go away, he can't.
Right.
And otherwise, he must. Yeah, he's compelled to duel. He has to kind of get over. He's got to get within 30 feet of me.
Okay. God, okay.
Can he duel you from where he is? Is he close?
No.
No,
he
it's
can't.
it's
He
it's the
can't.
fact that he's just got to get in my space.
There we go. All right.
This is like the whole
No,
idea of the spell. Is
it's
just like,
bad.
you and me, mano a mano. Let's go.
Okay.
Mick Jagger strut.
No. That's 23. That is the last part of his stuff. So so he pauses and you call him out, and then his brow furrows and he moves forward strategically and he's just about got it. And then it's like he has it until he doesn't. Right? He's gotten through a lot of it and then all of a sudden it's just wrong and he gets caught sort of on the edge of it and then flung into the rest of it. So it is continuing to spin up there, and then down at the circle, he's the other monk is continuing to just spin his device, and he says, "Zerth be praised."
Zerthmon. Cool. Is it my turn? Are we still in initiative order?
It is. The initiative order is done because there's no one here who wants to kill you.
Okay, great. That was my question. Do these little monk dudes want to now kill us?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah. What were you here to steal?
Yeah.
Be
you
my
wanna
first
ask them?
question. Yeah. What are they here to steal? Yeah.
Rosie is addressing and tending to the one that looked wounded. Before.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same one that's spinning it.
Okay.
And you notice that he seems like his wounds seem better.
Okay. And I put my hand gently on him and I said, "There's no more need for prayer or anxiety. You're safe."
There's always a need for prayer.
Oh, of course. Rosie's not a tremendously religious person, but she always remembers that other monks are. So
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh yeah, so of course. I mean, that prayer.
Yeah.
That's the good kind that you always need." But she's trying to get him to like chill with the spinning.
Prayers
Yeah.
like Jello.
What about what this guy said?
Yeah.
What are you here to
What are
steal?
you here to steal?
So he speaks in a language that doesn't parse to his assistant, who is much lower rank. Like as soon as these words are emitted, he just snaps right to attention, comes over, and then sort of ritually prepares his robe, like tightens the belts, like fastens everything up, makes sure that everything is exactly right. And he says, "Some blood,
Some blood?
not much."
Whose blood? My blood?
Can it be
Whose
mine?
blood?
It's like if it's not Dinar's blood, he's like, "Oh, okay."
All right, as long as it's not mine.
He says there's a market for God's blood.
God's blood.
Well, give me
Where's
some
the God's blood?
directions to that market?
Well, he says, "I take it you've never been here before."
No. I point to the memory fluid. Is that God blood?
No,
Oh.
no.
I didn't think so.
I know it's not. That's why I was testing you, and you passed.
Yeah. He says there are. It's an incredible material, and it has many uses. And this is a great place to get it.
How do you get it out of these gods?
Well, he says, so there are gods that float in this place, dead gods like islands. And it is possible with the correct ritual and preparation to extract some of that essence.
Do you know how to get the gods out of these pillars? If you can get the blood out, can you get the god out?
He says, he is walking around. He says, this is an odd place.
You said you've been here before.
When not in this room, but on this plane.
Oh yeah, the astral plane.
Yeah, all right.
I see.
I don't know what.
I start
this
getting
is.
accusatory. Like, that's not what you said a minute ago, dude.
So he walks around. His hands are folded behind his robe, and he is looking at the pillars, and he says, "This is not yours. It's not your vessel."
No.
Never touch the stuff.
Yeah. We're here to steal gods.
It's interesting though that 3 of the pillars that were here before were directly related to us and things that we care about. So is it?
There still are. I mean, there's
Yeah.
still more pillars here that you can examine and explore if you like.
Yeah, while that's
Why
being
try?
conducted, can I just walk around and let's rattle them off?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
How much oak viscera do I have to like?
Wait, exactly. So as he is walking around, he's sniffing the air, and then he's like tasting like a no like a professional like taster.
Yeah.
He's just like, and he's just like he licks his finger. He's like rubbing in the air, and he's tasting it, and he's furrowing his brow. And he's walking from pillar to pillar, and he says, "There's God's blood here. I don't know how you would extract it."
Oh, we don't want the blood.
Yeah,
We
but he's
wanna-
looking around. He's like, "This constitutes a substantial find."
The structure itself.
Yes,
This god of mouths, which we currently are within.
God of mouths. There's no poetry there.
No, but that's what it said. I agree.
I agree.
Yeah. So from the moving around in a circle, you see the and Celestian, which is another symbol that you have.
Obama.
I'm familiar with
Celestian
that.
Obama.
Yeah. God, Celestian? Jeez.
Thanks, Celestian. The next one is indicated as Lalali
Lollapalooza.
as Lollapalooza.
Oh,
Okay.
It's an incredible interplanar music festival.
wow, that sounds awesome. That sounds fun.
Let's free this one first.
It's the Lilith Fair.
Yay!
The next one, inside, you can see like a nonsensical undulation of polyps and wings, and then as you pass it, the shape seems to change into a yellow-garbed regent, and that's the symbol in the front of that says Hastur.
Oh. If I had more time.
Yeah. The next column says Habakkuk. There's one B and one K, I think.
We'll figure it out.
The next one that you see inside, you can see a Warforged. It looks sort of like if something like Coriander's form. Imagine if there were a human version of that construct.
Interesting.
And it's designated. This is the only one here that's designated not with a name, but with a number. This one is 148.
Okay.
And the next one is Malith.
It's Malith, exactly right.
And then what's the next one?
The last one is not a name, but a term or title. It says that which endures.
Friendship.
Technically, is not a name either, from what I understand.
Yeah, it's just a symbol that means that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like kind of sad as I walk around because I recognize a lot of these names, and it's like we went to my family and I, we went to
Disneyland.
Disneyland and just see Mickey for the first time. No, we went to Luxor in Egypt, and we saw we went into the tomb where they have King Tut down there.
Yeah.
Which is usually not open. And it was so strange to see him like all small and like this is what I read about a lot in history books and stuff. And like this is the same kind of feeling like Celestian is in this thing. Like who knew? And I'm a little disappointed that he could be caught.
Yeah.
You know? I don't understand.
By this thing.
Yeah.
Exit through the gift shop.
Exactly. No, they got it. It's like you can get little Maliths. You know what I mean?
How dare.
Put a penny into the machine and it will press it into a...
Presses out the symbol.
The symbol
Yeah.
You know,
onto a real penny. No, onto a real copper piece.
yeah. I want to... Yeah, so if you can extract blood, I bet you don't know how to extract it from this crystal.
He's like, I've never seen anything like this.
We don't need to get
And
blood from this.
No, he's over in the front of Maliki, and or Malith, and he's just like tapping on the front of the.
Careful.
I think she'd be quite unharmed.
Well, I'm just saying, be careful. You don't know. This place is full of surprises.
He withdraws his long finger, and then finds another column to tap that doesn't elicit this kind of response.
There you go.
And he's like, no, there's God's blood in this room.
What do you mean there's God's blood in
What,
this
floating
room?
around in the air? We're swimming in it?
I think it means in the
Was
crystal.
Oak a god?
Oh, that's a bummer.
We're inside the god of mouths,
Yeah.
right? Like we're in his body somewhere. So this is like his tummy.
Exactly, but it's not bleeding.
Who was chasing you?
Yeah, he says, never you mind. Who died in here?
Oh, people recently, very
Yeah.
recently.
We killed your pursuers. You're welcome.
They were not gods,
Yeah. well,
as you see.
A god died, is what you're saying.
There is God's blood. Sometimes the two are connected.
There was an elf who exploded a few minutes ago, but we don't think he was
Tell
a
me
god.
about him.
oh shit, I was just joking, but Oak a god.
He did eat something strange.
Oak True Strike.
Here. Just
Yeah.
take the scalp.
Oh, yeah. Let
Here.
him touch it.
Is there God's blood here?
He takes it.
It's all that's left.
Yeah, I don't like that, and you know it. I don't actually care at all. But it's
We're gonna
so
keep doing it.
It's so funny.
If you tell me you don't like it, I will keep
It
doing
was a
it.
little cool, like cooler than a living human should be, I guess, is how I would put
Okay, save it
your
for table
touch.
talk.
Hey,
I'm
for
gonna have to
those
lineate about this.
listening to the podcast, Ryan keeps trying to touch Jerry.
Touch his
Dude,
hand
you went
ever
right
so
into,
gently.
You went right into NPR.
Yeah.
It's because of the cold.
He literally, like, straight out just takes it and licks it.
Say, whoa, my friend there,
If anybody's
buddy.
gonna lick this
Yeah, if
scalp,
anyone's gonna lick my friend's scalp, it's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you should wear it broke off. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, it's a hat on a hat. It's literally a hat on a hat.
God.
put it on the side.
Stack them up.
And he says, this creature has been adulterated. This creature has been made into a kind of bait.
And this dumb god of mouths fell for it. An idiot.
Really don't like him.
Looking around. Why is it not responding?
So there is
Trying to provoke him.
so there is a like a low sound that appears to be coming from a great distance, but its presence in the room is very, very real. And it's getting modulated higher and higher until it is something like a baby's cry.
Ew.
Don't like that.
And so the spinning like stops, and then chunks of like shattered glass is starting to fall out of the air and then reassert itself. Gravity is now back on the menu, and you feel that pressure again from the an urgency. An urgency.
I get it. I was gonna say I got it. I got it.
Womp womp womp.
I'm gonna reach out to it again and see if that garbled language is still there.
There isn't a language, but there's just a push.
Okay. We should go.
He wants you out.
We should go.
Yeah, what does that code say again?
The void child, the divine prison, its prey may slip the trap, devoured but not consumed. But no, the last must be first.
Yeah, so I'm thinking the last to be captured needs to be the first to
Which
be
is
sprung.
Maleth,
So it seems that the told us last time.
right?
So Maleth is alive in there. When we were walking around, did the rest seem to all be alive? Did anyone?
Yeah, yeah, all in various states of dream.
Okay, none of them were like tortured like the first time they saw him either, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right now, like when this thing is still sort of listing and not manifesting its full power, they seem to just be more or less sleeping restlessly. This is nothing like the torment that Maleth experienced.
Yeah, she's not being actively tortured right now. I want to leave. I want to find Brahma, and I want to figure out how to get Maleth out of here.
Now that there's not that evil sort of poison seeping into them, do you think that talking to Maleth will yield something intelligible?
Yeah, I guess I could go over and
Just before we
try
go.
one more time.
Yeah.
And say, like, Maleth, how can we help you?
So you
Same.
but the hand goes here, and then it stops at the sort of crystalline edge, but a hand extends out
Ooh, what?
through the face of the glass, and then she takes your hand, and then like scoops both of your hands into it, and closes her hand around it, and you are set absolutely at peace.
Wow. Okay.
Before you come back next week, level your character.
What? Only her?
Only her.
Dang, dude.
Now, so where this cycle starts and stops is an open question. But I think that you have read and assessed the information from the correctly.
Okay.
All right.
I still want to interrogate this guy.
Well, maybe he can come with us if he's
Yeah.
interested.
So now his feet are starting to get unsure on the ground, and he says, "This is a god. You say we're in a god now?"
It's a pretty busy god, as I understand it, and it may be returning its attention to this space.
That's incredible information. Thank you. I thank you for your time. This is its stomach.
Yes.
Is that correct?
It's a god that's imprisoned other gods,
Hmm.
and you might be helpful in freeing these gods to us.
Yes. Well,
Maybe at a later date.
I keep
Maybe a later date.
a very robust schedule. And he says, "But you, madam, I have something that may be of use to you."
Really?
Yes, I saw that you noticed my circle.
I did notice your
And he holds his hand out to you,
Okay.
and then as the hand is out here, his assistant places a circle in it. So it's as though he gave it to you. And he passes it along. He says, "You strike me as someone who could use it."
Thank you. I've done some reading about Zerthamon, and I
But
recognize
the eyebrow is like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh shit, came to play." That's not what he says. That's not in the dialogue.
In his language, though.
Yeah.
I know Zerthamon just from literature, but I look forward to getting to know more about Zerthamon on a personal level.
The man.
It's like I want to invite Zerthamon into my heart.
Exactly. Thank you.
That's
It's genuine. Like I said, Rosie's not a religious person, but it is academically very interesting.
Yeah, he nods and he says, "Yes." And then he takes a step back,
Okay.
and he drops out, and then you see him and his companion just deftly avoid this slick pool that exists outside.
They're going elsewhere. Yeah.
We want to
Let's
go through
go.
that
We
pool.
want to go through that
I don't
pool.
want to talk to him right
I
now.
wanted to talk to him. Yeah, I got my stuff.
No,
on
I don't want to talk to the
Well,
God
then-
of Mouths right now.
You do it or you don't?
Oh, no.
Okay.
We're good.
Oh, yeah. You want to go?
Yeah, it's time to go.
Let's go. I feel great, everybody.
Do you have
You know what? Wow.
Yeah,
Looks strong.
I
Do you have
got it all.
jars and stuff on you? Don't you? Aren't
We
you
got a
always,
jar of eyeballs.
Aren't you always taking samples of stuff? We
I
should
may-
take some sample of
I
that
may have
memory
jars as
goo.
well. Yeah.
And that vital sap.
I
You reach into the
don't
horde's
know if
bag,
I want
probably
to take that,
rustle around in
but
there.
I feel like Cathurst maybe wants to put some in the horde's person bag.
Yeah,
I don't
why
know if
not?
I just want to dump a portion of it without a bottle.
The note that says "Look out" before.
I actually,
Oh yeah, put that in there.
Cannot touch it.
I have a
Sorry.
water skin that I had been using for the Nemazir water, and it is nothing is in it right now.
Ah, there
Oh,
you
that's
go.
good.
Have
yeah.
my water skin.
I have an ink bottle also.
Okay.
Ooh, ink bottle might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe do the ink bottle.
I'm
Cap
happy
it.
to dump
Throw
that
an ink
out.
bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, precious ink? No. What a waste.
You know it's no good. It's not. It's
No.
not matched for
You're
your
right. It's not
hands.
my brand.
Now, hey,
Got trash
here,
inks.
now before we go down into this hole, is anybody thinking about the separation? The red goo.
What other goos are we talking about?
Yeah. What other goo was there?
Well, because there's the memory goo, and then
There's
the,
also oak.
I don't want that oak. Oh, I see.
Do we want to collect him up?
Well, we got.
Well, I got
little
his scalp.
slab
Get the
up
scalp.
there.
I just want to make sure everybody's getting everything they want to out of
Oh,
this.
all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want any
Is-
more of his
Maybe we
gore.
could take more chunks of him, I
Yeah.
guess.
Did anything survive? That
Yeah, did
he
his knives
owned?
survive?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What
Can
about
we loot
his
the body?
Can we loot the?
Yeah.
The pulp.
Okay.
Loot
Yeah,
the
let's
mess.
do it.
All right, we'll
Let's
loot
loot him.
Loot the mess.
Yeah. There are a pair of knives.
Cool.
Give me those.
I want his knives. He meant the most to me.
Fine, you
love
take
them.
them.
Dinar gets the knives for sure.
Any-
You give him a kiss.
Yeah, I know. I
Any
kiss them
ring?
both.
He's got any rings in here?
There are the two knives that you found. A lot of his equipment has been damaged by this process, and also the rest of the slap chop. Oh, walnut!
What?
Goodness gracious!
All right.
There is also sort of poking out from this muck is a gold ring with a red gem in it.
Oh.
I point to you. Like, this looks a little bit like.
I go, looks like nothing. You didn't see anything. I take it. And I go, it looks stupid. Looks like coriander. Would love to eat it.
Yeah.
No reason.
Feed that horse.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. And I go, gotta feed that horse. Just look at
That's
Dinar
what
like,
I'll
"Did I
do.
do it
What I
right?"
say.
I'm going to use. Well, I've emptied the ink bottle. I'm going to use Mage Hand, which I have now,
Nice.
Ooh.
so that I can get a full right to the brim. Well, a little bit less than that because I'm gonna put the cork in of that memory juice, that
Okay.
good juice.
Tell me how you were protecting yourself.
I am standing at whatever the max distance of Mage Hand is, which is 30 feet. It doesn't seem to have any of its own decision-making skills. It's not going to leap up like the blob.
Well, no, it's actually like it's trying to get its GED.
I see.
Like a traditional school environment did not work for the goo, but
I respect it.
I blame the parents.
well, it still wants to make a life for itself, you know.
Let me think here. What can I do? Because I don't want to just
Mage
dunk it.
hand plus bottle's pretty smooth.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
that seems
Yeah,
But I
viable
have to
me.
wipe off the excess on the
Eh,
top.
just shake
All right.
it loose. It's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. No, use the mage hand and just go.
Yeah,
How bad could it
you're
be?
good.
Is it good? Okay. That's
It's quite
exactly
good.
what I do.
You set it down and you mage hand the lid.
Seal it up tight. That's my advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy there.
Oh, dude, here, hold on. I'm going to make a quick note about that. That's great news.
It just comes open later.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
In your
boy.
bag. You're just
Oops.
like, what were we doing again?
I don't. I
Your
rub it
bag
off here.
forgets it's a bag.
Oh, that's it.
No.
It's just like, oh, no, I'm not a bag at all. I'm a beast. I'm a hungry beast.
Just leaves and.
Now.
All right, we've properly looted the room.
No,
Good
no.
on us for remembering to do it.
Right?
Time to go.
Can I? So, the God Blood Oak True Strike, they were acting a little weird about his blood, said he was some kind of.
They suggested there was something else about it.
There's
Yeah, they
something
seem to
weird
be
about his
experts
blood.
in this.
Well, and he said it too. He said he was poisoned or fed something.
Right. So, should we collect some of his blood?
Yeah.
Blood in
Yeah.
his
Good.
scalp.
I mean, is it a bloody enough scalp?
Oh,
that
yeah,
we've got
yeah.
enough blood?
You can bring it out.
Just checking.
Okay.
In my head canon, I am just soaking in his blood.
No, it's
Just
like
constantly running down.
In your mind, you should be picturing like a sack of pancakes in the syrup, but like not like at home, like the way it is in a commercial.
Nice.
In my mind, have you seen Carrie?
Beautiful.
Yeah, you're like, we should
Carrie.
get
I'm
From
like
the
the
movie
It's
the
nothing
mom.
like
No,
Carrie.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
You're just fine with it.
Let's leave this horrible
Let's get outta
place.
here.
Let's jump through.
Let's go through the slick.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, tell me about how you're going through this slick in terms of order.
Oh, okay.
Because I need to know like where you end up
Okay.
in the trap.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, we have to.
I don't remember what order we
It
came
could
into
be
the
like a
room.
Laverne and Shirley thing. Like maybe you're like holding hands and you just like all jump in.
Yeah, like a ring.
We could.
It's Praemus.
If we have reason to believe that we'll drop down, we don't have to navigate. Because if we can drop down, fine.
You can just drop.
Otherwise, I'll fly.
You
on
can go where you want.
Okay,
Okay. Let's just drop in.
let's ring it.
Let's drop
You
right
need to
in.
know the order? For
I'm
real?
just curious.
Okay.
For
Who
my
wants
own
to go
purpose.
first?
What's it?
I'll go first.
I'll go second.
I think most agile should go first. I'll go third.
I'll go last. The portal closes.
It says-
the God of Mouse.
No, the last must be first in all things. I don't know what that means, but since he's asking order,
So you're like, I'll go last. I'll go last.
I'm like, no, I don't want to go last.
All right. Yeah, I am last.
So Rosie,
Yeah.
because you just looked over at Dinar,
Yeah.
and he's got like some hair
Yeah.
and skin on his head,
On his cappy.
on his cap,
Yeah.
and you're like, that is something. No thanks. Is your position on that? And then as you pop your way through this, you emerge like in the side of another person. So
What?
yeah, so as you come through, when you materialize in this next place, you are taking up another person's space. So you know how like, personal space is a very important concept.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you want to make
Right.
sure that you're granting people room to be themselves.
Right.
You did not do that in this case. Now it's
knew-
not intentional.
No clip is turned off
No clip is turned off.
in this,
And
in this level.
exactly.
Start the reactor.
And so you pop in, and then you're here, and the rest of this sort of like curtain, this like beef side, is sort of like slipping off the front, and that's when Walnut comes in to another side,
Oh.
and then like you're on two sides of this chunk, and then Cathris comes in behind,
it's
and it's
Dinar
in
now.
Dinar.
Dinar, exactly Dinar, in the back, and he's like, "Hey!" And then Cathris comes in to the front, and then the remainder of this sort of delicious fresh curtain just sort of slips down on the front of you. Now let me describe everything else that is occurring in this scene. That's the thing that comes. That's the thing that occurs to you.
confused. Yeah.
That occurs to you first.
Okay.
Like that's the very first thing that you notice.
Is
least-
hot
at least it's
meat or
fresh.
is this like a cold
Hot, fresh meat.
meat?
This is like the big Montana. It's like you're wearing the big Montana.
That sounds nice.
Who did we just eviscerate?
Well, let's find out. So you look around, get your bearings, and you can see it is very, very dark here. There are torches set so often in a kind of wooden octagon. So you have left one octagon and you have entered into another rough-hewn octagon, but beneath your feet is stone and well-trodden dirt. There is a musty, cavernous aroma mixing with the smoke of these open fires and these torches. But around this wooden octagon are stands, almost like bleacher stands. And there are goblins and hobgoblins with their arms raised in triumph.
Oh no.
About
Yes.
about 50% of them, you would say, are excited at what's happened. And the other half feel like this is some bullshit. And that's coming across. Right away, you know that they're like, I don't know if that's the right play. I don't know if I support. It's like, I don't want to win that way. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Exactly.
Oh.
So he materialized and interrupted a UFC match and killed one of the combatants.
And so the other, and so right across from you. So there is still, portions sort of slipping off and falling to the ground, and somehow your opponent is nonplussed. He looks over and he is just echoing his half of the crowd, and he's like, look at this. How Belgog is this?
Belgog needs maybe no more.
Yeah. How Belgog is this sorcery? He's transformed a 1-to-1 match into a 1-to-4 match with his surface wizardry again.
Oh boy.
Fix. I'm from the Underdark, and I had to interrupt that spell to make sure that everybody knows that you won, friend. You're the best. This guy cheated, and he paid the ultimate price.
We're refs. We're all refs.
Every one of us is a ref. It was a sting operation. And
You need
Please roll.
You need to let me know which parts of these are bits.
Okay.
And which parts of these constitute
not a
the
bit.
real response
when
you are giving this person.
I have enough information, when that is what
Yeah,
I
exactly.
hear.
So he thinks that this is very Belgog.
right. I say this. This is what I say. I'm looking around. What does this opponent look like? I assume he's a
Just piles of meat around us.
well, no, not that
It's a
guy. the other guy.
hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Hobgoblin?
So a tall, basically a massive. It's like a goblin that's like been juicing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Juice.
So we're with the Goblin Fighting Commission.
The GFC.
Yeah. We're with the GFC.
Yeah. Surface the
Yeah.
worst. It's
No,
the
he
worst.
was going. You're 100% right on him. He was going to do that.
And he tried.
And he tried.
He tried.
And we're here to crown you the winner.
Right.
And I am willing to roll
Right.
persuasion on this.
Everybody, right?
Rosie uses thaumaturgy to make the sound of a whistle.
Is there a way to put like ref shirts on us all? Like black and white ref shirts.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation.
Do I have illusion? No, I have prestidigitation. Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to check in real quick with you guys, and I also want to check in sort of with the Shadow Council and say, okay, let me make sure I understand this. So, so what you were? Hold on. So.
We got him.
Okay. So you have emerged through. You have interrupted. Somehow you have interrupted
A person.
You have interrupted a person's whole body,
Yeah.
and what you're telling me is that you would like. You're telling me that you want to suggest that you are representatives of the the GFC Goblin Fighting
Yes.
That'll shake out.
Commission.
Commission.
What we
Yeah.
need to do is get out of this scenario, but yes, we
Yeah.
are trying to indicate that
trying
whoever
to-
controls this meat pile, maybe he was the instigator of it.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one who was cheating.
Yeah.
Belgog
came
has
here.
already been arrested.
Yeah. We're here to let you know that and to crown you the winner.
You fought fair and square, and
Yeah.
Belgog fought dirty.
And
We didn't like it.
Yell this partly to him, partly to the crowd. Be like, let's hear it for this guy.
Spirit for you, boy.
Yeah. Great job.
You did great.
Great fight.
Exactly.
Thanks
Exactly.
for working with us on this.
Yeah, thanks for this.
I'd like to help a lot of
And you're like this
Yeah.
guy, and he's like, Azoth.
Yeah.
Exoth.
Ixoth, you're a true.
No, Azoth.
Azoth.
You're like, Exoth. He's like, Azoth.
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 Azoth is the winner. Folks, let's hear it for him. Huh?
Azoth.
Womp, womp,
Where's
womp.
his hand?
Womp, womp, womp.
Okay. All right.
It's just well fought.
I'm like leaning into
Oh,
Dinar. I'm
yeah.
like, do we know him? Or what's
Where's
happening?
the exit of the freaking cage?
Right.
Yeah.
city is this?
While we're distracting them with this BS, can I do a perception to see if I can find an exit?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take advantage on that roll.
Okay, so I just want to be very clear.
Please.
They really, really want you to use draconic entitlement.
I know, but
It might be.
I'm just saying that's what
might be
they
time.
want.
Okay, so that's a 19 on a perception to find the exit. Just to find it, not moving.
Yeah.
I don't want to take any.
Yeah. You can see, so from the inside, it looks very stable. You can see every one of these, but there are two where that section of the octagon is clearly hinged, and there are massive hobgoblins ready to pull these things open at a certain time.
Do it.
Don't you have a fun new?
Is it time? Is it you can do what you like. I'm just saying you got to give the people what they want.
I can't read the crowd. I think what we've said. Why would we have reason to lie?
Yeah, I
as far
know.
as they
He's
know.
giving us his name. He's in.
I don't
He's
know.
playing along now.
Maybe
so
some of
who
the.
am I trying
maybe
to?
they don't believe it.
Who am I trying to convince here? What am I?
Like the commission.
You heard what we said. Yeah.
Get them to open the
Out of the
doors.
way. Yeah.
The people have spoken. Just saying.
Okay, so there are hobgoblins over here
Yeah.
manning this gate. This gate over here, there is a troll.
Oh. Okay. Manning the other gate.
Yeah.
Who
And
looks like they're in charge?
He has like the two fingers, and he can clearly just like a dollhouse,
Yeah.
just very dainty.
Don't open that troll. Man. I think that's the guy we just destroyed.
Who looks like they're in charge? What authority figure?
Give me the perception.
19.
Nice.
Absolutely. Oh, I think it's better than that, though, isn't it?
No, I'm flat.
No modifier.
There is a box seat,
Oh.
and you can see another hobgoblin up there, with his arms sort of folded over a staff, looking down at the crowd, trying to take its measure.
We're like, you're down here, like looking at them, being very professional, looking at, and I come down near you, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
this is what he did, and I don't care for that. No,
I motioned for Walnut to start like making notations because this is clearly not up to code.
And I don't understand. I don't understand what
He
you're doing.
he
So I just
probably had
start
something
doing
in mind
actual
that you
form
did.
filling for Acq Inc.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's gonna be-
you just start doing your regular job.
yeah, my job.
Yeah, that's good, but that's good because that's what we need right now. So perfect.
Okay,
Yeah. Well, what's the read on the situation?
The read on the situation is that people are waiting for this guy's okay.
Huh? All right. Fine. I will dominate this guy.
Yay!
Promo ready. I wasn't.
It's okay.
You don't need a promo.
Do you want an old
What
favorite?
a rush! There we go. That's the best I got.
But talk about your new Draconic.
Well, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So he can in combat, out of combat, he basically gets the effects of the dominate spell.
Yeah.
Which is
Which is amazing because it essentially initiates a psychic connection between you and the target that lasts as long as you're on the same plane, and they do what you want them to do.
Yeah,
Except
so
the difference between the Draconic entitlement is that we're not doing a save. If when you turn on the Dinar charm,
Yep.
it happens. So how do you work this thing? So this troll is like,
Well, after
and then these hobs are like,
Well, after all the bullshitting that we just expunged, and then I'm assuming the crowd is sort of on the side. The other fighter is kind of buying into it.
Yeah, it's about 50-50.
Everyone's kind of
and
like,
then he's trying to get the most out of this.
Yeah. I will, if I correctly identify that this guy is the head honcho.
Yeah,
then
like I say, standing, arms folded over the staff. There's some kind of skull up here.
Yeah.
This guy mean business.
I'll preen my way over that way. I'm working up the crowd, and I'll dominate him as best I can. Be like, isn't that right, buddy? Right? Everything I said is right, isn't it?
There's a shudder, like you can see the robes just sort of like rustle, like when an animal gets into a topiary, like the robes just sort of like from the bottom to the top, and then he's sort of like, and he's like, he raises his staff and he points over at the hobgoblins and he points over at the troll. The hobgoblins open it and the troll doesn't do anything, and then he gives the staff a couple shakes, and then the troll opens it right up, and you have your choice of exits from the arena.
And then-
Shadow Council.
and then
And I say, and we get a bunch of gold for our time, right? For this sting operation, right?
Yeah.
Keeping it clean.
Yeah.
He nods. He nods. He nods a couple times and points a crooked finger out to the side. Which side are you going to go out?
Closest to the money.
Again.
Always.
He'll deliver the money to you. I mean,
All right. Non-troll side,
non-troll.
just to be safe.
All right, that's hurtful, but you know.
And
So you go over there. You go over there. There's a small chest, sort of like a carved wooden skull.
Yeah.
You lift up the top of the skull. There's a few gems in there. Teeth are gems. It's very nice.
nice.
We'll work out the monetary particulars here in a moment. But
Gotta feed that horse.
Shadow Council, Mayor Labors, please you. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us this Wednesday on Test C Teams. An absolute blast was had by all. Stick around for Table Talk. We're going to dish out another one of our awesome Elderwood Hex chests to somebody in the channel. Could be you. Could be you. Let's find out. We'll see you in a second.